Can Portmore find the right attack to match their great defense? Can Tivoli redeem themselves after that disgraceful playoff exit? We discuss all this and more on this Tivoli Gardens and Portmore United season preview. Yeah, people, welcome back to Jamaican Fun, and we finally made it to last year's top 6 in our season previews. We will begin this episode in West Kingston. It was the ultimate mixed bag of a season for Tivoli Gardens. This time last year, the squad lost quite a few talented players, including their captain, Odin Pennycook. So it was quite understandable why many of the pundits foresaw a weak start to the season for the Tangerine and Black, as the replacement players would need some time to adapt to Coach Jerome Wade's playing style. But even I was surprised how long that process took, as Tivoli began last season with only one victory in their first 10 matches. During that stretch, they looked at teams struggling to understand their head coach's instructions, and despite that, they remained competitive purely on individual talent. Until one fateful soggy November night at Stadium East, where everything finally clicked into place. They would end up smashing Harborview for 6, sparking a change in their performances, and finally, they started to look like a Jerome Wade-led team. But they were still missing something to truly get the rest of the league to take notice, and that was real home field advantage. Midway through the season, Tivoli was finally granted permission to return to Edward Seaga Sports Complex, and their 12th man helped propel the team to an undefeated home streak for the rest of the season. That late run got them into the playoffs by the skin of their teeth, where they were defeated by a very good Montego Bay United team in the first round. Tivoli will of course looking to go one step better this upcoming season, with them playing at Edward Seaga Sports Complex from the start. They might just pull it off. Key arrivals and departures. Yeah, Tivoli Gardens have always been a big fan of keeping secrets. Each transfer window, they tried their very best to keep the player incomings close to their chest. So we don't know about any new faces, but we do know numerous players that have already departed the club. This includes fullback Shaquille Jones, who joined Tommy Lawrence at New Boys Treasure Beach. Rashawn Oldfield will also be suiting up for the Stars of the East. And finally, youth product Dexter Manning joined the former assistant coach Philip Williams over at Arne Gardens. There's also the mystery if former leading goal scorer Justin Dunn will be back following his loan at Cavalier expiring. Key players to watch. Come on, despite Anthony Nelson, Lennox Russell and Barton Price all having a good season last season, there is no question that Nikiela Fuller is Tivoli Gardens' current superstar. Will he improve on his 11 goals from last season? Will he sneak his way into the national team? Will he score even more mesmerizing free kicks? It will be must-watch TV to see these questions answered. Their main aim this season. Tivoli Gardens are used to making the playoffs at this point, so they will be most likely aiming for much higher this time around. They will at least demand a semi-final spot. My predictions. Last season proved that once Jerome Wade is there, this team has the potential to do anything. But I do have my concerns. I think the squad is too razor thin to truly take on the better teams over 39 games. It is especially worrisome when it comes to the forward line. Russell, Nelson and Fuller all performed well last season, but whenever one is missing, the attack stutters a bit. Tivoli fans should hope and pray not only Fuller hit the same heights as he did the previous season, but to stay healthy and play at least 40 games again. The good news, they should remain a tough team at home this upcoming season, but I still have them finishing outside the playoffs at this current time. So that's it for our time in West Kingston for now, as we head over to the Causeway and enter the Sunshine City. This time last year, there were many questions when it came to the state of Portmore United. Davian Ferguson was a new man in charge, before suddenly he wasn't. And rookie head coach Rudolph Austin was now the man in charge. Many wondered if Austin would be of any success in his first season as head coach, especially since he took over late in pre-season. But after 42 matches, he more than showed he was deserving of the opportunity, as he made Portmore one of the toughest teams to face in the league. He achieved this by fortifying the defense, which resulted in Portmore only allowing a stingy 25 goals in 39 games. This was good enough to net them the second best defensive record in the league, second only to Mount Pleasant, but yet they finished 27 points behind the league leaders. Just taking one look at their goal scoring chart and you can figure out why, as goals have been hard to come by for the Sun City boys. Ultimately, you could argue it cost them a potential date with destiny after losing to eventual champions Cavalier in the first round of the playoffs, where they only scored one goal over 2 legs. So Austin and Portmore's objective for this upcoming season is an easy one. They must figure out a way to extract more goals from the squad while maintaining that mean defense. And if they manage to do that, don't be surprised to find them at the summit of the league standings. Key arrivals and departures. So with such an obvious problem in goal scoring, clearly their number one target will be a new number 9. And they wasted no time in finding such a player as they snapped up Peter McGregor early in the transfer window from Malines United. They also added talented midfielder Marquez Reed from Vere Phoenix United on a permanent transfer. They even shopped overseas with the acquisition of former Antiguan under-20 player James Simon from Jamaica Premier League club Pigos Bullies FC. As for key departures, we are only aware of one at the moment, as reggae boy Benjamin Williams was surprisingly released by the club. I still say they need another goal-scoring winger, but not a bad window so far for Portmore United. Key player to watch. We spoke about it a few moments ago, but this team is desperate for a 15-plus goal scorer. And while I am not sure this man will be up for the task, it will be a fascinating watch, however, to see him take a crack at it. There is already some pressure on Peter McGregor, but he did show some flashes last season with Malines United that he has the potential to be that 10-plus goal scorer Portmore have been lacking. So, for this reason alone, he's my key player to watch. Their main aim this season. Playoffs is a minimum for this Portmore team, so they would want to go one step further than they did last season and make it to the semi-finals. And if the goals start flowing in, surely they will turn their eye to a spot in the finals. My predictions. I don't think Portmore fans will need to worry about making the playoffs. I think that's already a shoo-in at this point, but it's about the next step for this team. Can they truly become a league club again and rub shoulders with the top 3? I think they will get there. I see them finishing 3rd in the table and making it to the semi-finals. But of course, it all depends on if the attack clicks. But anyway guys, that will do it for this latest season preview. We checked out Tivoli and Portmore in this latest episode. Let me know in the comment section below where you think both clubs will end up in this upcoming season. Also, please remember to like, subscribe and share as we look to keep you all up to date on everything on the JPL leading up to the start of the season. Otherwise, for great JPL content, you're already at the right place. JPL Fan. YouTube, big up yourself.